Welcome to render.camp. I hope you hear me well. My name's Daniel. I'm part of render.camp. I hope you hear me well. Write me some pluses to the chat, and we're gonna start out today's lesson. Yeah, that is important to be sure that you hear me well. I actually bought the prompter, so I'll be able to see your comments, and that's some kind of update on our workshops. So anyway, today we're gonna make this picture. This is part of preparation for our future big professional visualization course, professional visualization of architecture, of course. And here I'll show you all the technical side of this work. So we will take this model, pure model, modeled by professional modeler, and at the end of this workshop, I'll show you how to, we will get exactly this picture. So the most important thing, in my personal opinion, that is exactly not a technical side of the work. I mean, quite often guys come to render.camp and ask like something about settings, something about presets, something about lighting secrets or something like that. In my personal opinion, that is completely not important side, because important sides, that is your visual experience, pipeline you follow, and your approach. Because the one of the biggest problem with the professionals, that we're always starting with removing ideas you already had from the previous life. For example, you worked during you worked for I don't know, couple of years in visualization, and you already have some rules or something like that, and you still follow them. And in fact, that is, these rules might do the not the best job for you. So that's why we have to understand preparation for the projects and understanding what exactly we have to do at the end of each project, and at the end of this each picture, in the beginning of the work. I mean, that is the most important thing. Why I'm showing you how to make this picture so easy and so fast, like 2 hours approximately. Usual lessons, that is about 2 hours, because technically, in case you know what exactly you have to do at the end, and you know some rules about composition, about color composition, about lighting conditions, about how to show some different property on the frame, technical side of the work, completely not difficult. But in case you have no such experience, of course you'll have all the issues, and you have all the ideas what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I have to change HDRI map, maybe I have to search in other references, and you'll do all these things at the end of the work, instead of think about it in the beginning, decide what exactly you have to get at the end, and follow these goals, and reach that goals, and finish the project in, I don't know, in a one day with a few pictures. All that is possible, and I will show you today how to do that. So never mind, that is the scene, and I already model it. Actually, not me, our modeler already modeled it. And that is point number one. Like during a lot of years, maybe 2 decades, all the 3D artists modeled everything by themselves, created all the models from scratch. Right now, professional architectural visualization separated to modelers, art directors, art 3D artists, and of course a lot of different managers, sales managers, project managers, I don't know, accountants and other stuff. That's why for freelancers, more and more difficult to get some clients, because big companies, for example, our company, Fortis Vision, can work with the clients way more effective. And client, of course, all the clients prefer work with the big companies because we can offer, in fact, guarantee, and we can get we can give them more effective service. So that's a little bit about competition. If you're interested in this, I'm completely, absolutely open to talk about this, but at the end of this workshop. Anyway, let's come back to the technical side of this work. This is a 3D model, and we already had it. Professional modeler did it for $220, something like that. Maybe a little more, a little less, but in general, price like that. And to be honest, that is expensive model. We can find a modeler who will do it for $100 or even less. So that is not a problem. And of course, it could be, you can use this model for a few different shots, not only for one, for 5, 10, no matter, depending on your client. So that is way cheaper than do it by yourself. I think that's clear. So here we have this this model. Yeah, I'm gonna use FStorm today because I believe the professional visualization, that's not about software. You can use the same method in a Blender, in a Cinema 4D, in a 3ds Max, in Maya, even not in architectural visualization. You can do the same for films, for I don't know, different shots, advertisements, no matter what exactly, because that's about how to get final picture, yeah, in a 3D software. Maybe I have to be a little louder. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I can do that, but I like that. Maybe it can help you. Okay, so let me check the chat. Maybe need to be a little louder. Oh, Daniel, hello. Nice to meet you here. Hello, Daniel. Nice to meet you again. Can you make workshop Corona render exterior? We plan to do so. And yeah, hello from India. Oh, actually, write me please. Where are you from? That could be really interesting for me to know our audience. That's really cool. So anyway, let's come back to the scene. This is my picture, and that is my typical workflow and typical workspace. On the left side of the screen, I use place the window I will render. Let me open render settings. Oh, actually, I just ordered a new computer, and I believe at the end of next week I'll get new computer. So if you'll have any questions about it, feel free to ask me. Okay, so where is my render settings? Oh, here is it. Okay, Corona. That is Corona. I will switch to FStorm. Why I'm doing that? Just to reset my, just to be sure that I have absolutely default settings. This is FStorm. FStorm, that is GPU render, and the advantage of all GPU renders, they are made for create like visual content, for create some different computer graphics, the same as Unreal Engine, Octane render, and many others. So I'll change a little bit the settings. Kernel render samples, I'll do 100,000, so 100 times more. This is just to make render longer. I'll change radar threshold to smaller amount. That is to avoid some technical issues with my scene. What else? I have to change my interactive render to enabled, so I want to get exactly real-time geometry update, so I'm going to do that. resolution, I think for while I'm work with my scene, that could be good resolution. Maybe later I'll make it a little bigger, not little, 5000, 5K. That's our usual resolution. Okay, so, and let me start to do something. Oh, I hope yeah, I'll have all the things. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I already upload here 3D models of plants and bushes and the grass, just because just to save our time. All of them is a max 3 models, different models, and to be honest, nothing special. This is just from one collection, some, I don't know the name of these plants, yeah, but that's 125, I guess, or something like that, about the 100. Some bush with the flowers, some grass which looks like that. All of them is exactly max 3. And this, I hope you know how to upload your models to the scene, yeah. And 3 quite big, okay, maybe medium big trees, just for the background. I think that's completely clear too. Of course, we have to finish our model first, but anyway, to be sure that our background looks nice, I have to set some light. So let's do it. FStorm, sunlight. I'm gonna put it somewhere here, and I'll switch to target, and I'll put it to the left or right side. Actually, no matter where exactly you'll put your sun, the thing is about balance between sun, okay, light, color, because it could be not sun, it could be something different, but anyway, and sky color. In fact, we should have something like, let me show you, something like that. Cold shadows and a little bit warm sunlight. Somewhere in the composition of this, in the mix of these colors, we will get really nice architectural sunny summer day lighting. Actually, sunny summer day, that is the lighting you have to learn first. Sun color, I don't use this color. I usually start with a white color and then add some tiny amount of color a little later. And also we have a rule in the course. We even have a special lesson with explanation why it works exactly like that. But we have a rule. I called it 90-degree rule. Yeah. So this is my camera. So if that is my camera direction, yeah. So 90-degree, it will always will be a nice position for sun, no matter which side, this one or this one. Of course, not exactly 90-degree. It could be like 30, 35 degrees less, or 30, 40 degrees a little more. Of course, it could be lighting from that side. Also, nice lighting, but a little bit different composition. We already had lesson about it in Corona, maybe a couple of months ago. If you wanna, you can watch that workshop. Technique a little bit different, but this is just about lighting technique. The worst lighting you'll get if you'll put your sun behind the camera. Why? Because you should have light and shadow composition. Light and shadow means you should have part of sunlight and part of shadow. And in fact, you should have way more shadows than sun. And that is important. And as you can see, that's not about technique. That is about understanding what exactly you have to do. Okay, so 90-degree, and maybe you heard the phrase golden hour. Golden hour, that is 1 hour before sunset, when sun just a little bit about the horizon, like 10 degrees, I don't know, 15 degrees, but when you have longer shadows than size of the objects, yeah, that is the nicest time of the day to take a shot. Okay, so we can start with this, and we will already get not bad lighting. And yes, all the models have has a default shader. This one. Oh, here I still have some displacement. I will remove it. We don't need it. Okay, I forgot to remove it from this. Okay, we don't have it anymore. Okay, so the step number 1, that is decide where the sun position would be the best for this architecture, because the goal is to show exactly architecture. Yeah, and we can move it in any position you like. No any rules at that moment. Just to find the nice shape of the lighting somewhere here. For example, here it could be higher. We can like experiment a little bit more, but I already found it, and I don't think I need spend more time on this. Yeah, so it should be something exactly like that. I want to get a little more shadows here than here. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little more intense shadows. Let's say like that. I'm not sure I want to get there some shadows, but maybe I'll have here some plants, so it would be not so visible here. So I think that's quite nice for me right now. And yes, I have no any tone mapping yet. Of course, I'll work with this, but a little later. What about sky lighting? The guys who already visited courses, render.camp courses, or our workshops know that and know how I work with the scenes. I usually work with HDRI lighting, but you always ask me, Daniel, why you work with HDRI lighting? Maybe you can use some Corona Sky or V-Ray Sky or FStorm Sky. No matter, that is completely the same shit. We can put to the environment Sky and work with Sky. Why not? And of course, we can tune it a little bit. FStorm, where is FStorm Sky? Over there. Okay, so that is some completely boring flat gradient from something little darker to something little lighter. Nothing interesting. Yeah, but we can add multiplier, and of course the color of the sky. It looks realistic. Maybe. I have no idea what does it mean realistic, because everything possible, and sometimes reality looks absolutely unrealistic. So to be honest, I don't like this phrase. I like to use phrase that is like great picture and that is not great picture. Realistic, to be honest, right now is not so difficult to get exactly realistic picture. That is not a goal for anymore, especially with post-production with AI. So we have to make it nice first of all. Okay, anyway, I want to make some balance, and I'm not sure I need to change this multiplier, but I definitely want to have not so boring colors here, because color and general composition, that is the most important thing. And composition, that's not only camera position in the scene. Composition, that's about composition of objects inside the frame. That's a little bit about storytelling. That's also about light and shadow composition, or light and shade composition, and color composition. Only these three things together, that is composition. That is important. So I don't like this color, so let me put it here, and I'm gonna show you how I work with it. Maps, FStorm, color correction, input, like that. And I duplicate it. Why? Because I want to put it over there. So this one, which I have on top, I'll put over there to the real lighting, and second one I'll put to the alpha environment. What is this? That is like directly visible lighting. that is important to be able to change it a little bit and tune it a little bit. Okay, so first of all, I work with real lighting and visible lighting, so let me do it. What I want to do, I think I have to make a little more, a little higher exposure. I already have some shadows. I want to make some hue. I want to change hue a little bit, but instance, yeah, it should be instanced. Come on, change it, please. Oh, I'm in the different one. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Like that, and let me change saturation. But as you can see, while I'm changing the color, the color here and color here, as you can see, completely different. Here it looks like light blue, but here it looks like purple. And actually that is normal, but that is not what I like, because I want to have a composition and two different blue colors. I'm not sure I want to have them. So I want to do two different things. I want to make my sunlight a little more intense. I think maybe 3 or something like that. Maybe not. No. I don't want to have such a great difference. Let me check the gray material. Why not? I want to make it a little lighter, like that. Okay, so I want to make it more light blue. Yeah, like that. Minus something, for example. I like this color, but I'm not sure I like this color or both. And let me make exposure higher, because I want to get like quite bright sunny summer day, yeah, like that. But this color definitely too bright, so that's why I need second one. So let me work with it. I can even remove this one, or just to continue work with the same settings I already have. Turn on this alpha environment, and I'll make it a little darker. Yeah, so like that. And as you can see right now, these two colors match with each other and they looks good, in my personal opinion. Your opinion could be different. Vegetation are not included in the model. I'm sorry guys, you have to buy them, or you have to buy them. That is important. Okay, so visible, but in my personal opinion, this color right now looks too green, so I'll make it a little more blue. Yeah, that is better. But the background still flat, almost no gradient. Of course I can play with horizon or other technical things, but I don't like this. Better for me personally to add some quite intense vignetting, because that is part of reality. Why? Because that is optics. Optics, that is reality, and it should be. Immediately together with this, my architecture become too like gray. I don't want to have it gray. I want to have it white. So I'll do my exposure a little, I don't know, a little more intense, like let's say like that. Okay, so that is nice starting point. I have a lot of vignetting, I have a lot of contrast. Of course, burn value, I'll fix it a little bit because I don't use so high highlight compressions, because I like highlight compressions, because highlight compressions, that is also part of optics. That is important. And contrast. In previous versions of FStorm, usual contrast was like 0.2. Then they changed it to 0.1. I have no idea why, but I still like something like 0.18, 19, 17. Have no idea, depending on the situation. So like that. I think exposure still could be a little bit higher, but right now it is not so important. That is important, but just a little bit. Okay, so that is enough, and we have to hit apply to apply the settings to the camera, because in case I'll close this window, everything I already made will gone. Okay, so geometry first, and I have to, here we also have some displacement, so I'll remove it. That is not necessary for me. Let me put it, let me add FStorm here. I will switch to modify a little bit later. These three surface I have to, yeah, that is correct. Geometry, let me use this one. Let me use this one. Let me use this one. I'm not sure I need so dense trees. Let's change transform. No, distribution first. And I'm gonna make density a little bit different. Of course, I can play with this. We can do them way bigger, way smaller. All depends on the final picture you want to get. Only one thing, maybe it's better to switch to display and where is a proxy, maybe point clouds if you have enough memory and if that's okay for you, yeah, to see the exact shape of the trees. I think that could be good. Also transform, please be sure that you use rotation, because we need some random rotation here. Is also should be enabled. Transform, that's movement, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, and scale, a little bit different scale of the trees. I want to show you the goal I want to find. That is another compositional maybe trick. To have something like this. I always try to find some lines which show me the direction. It could be some path, it could be some I don't know, cloud, it could be airplane, it could be kid which, I don't know, run into the house. No matter, it depends on your imagination and your visual experience and your understanding how the things should looks like. But anyway, I want to have something like this, and I will just click this button and looking for something like that. Maybe let me start render, because with this point cloud, maybe that's not the best way to check it. I don't like this, definitely. Let me find something else. Geometry. That's better. That's definitely better. I'm not sure I need the lighting over there, so but I can remove them. But anyway, that looks not bad. I can keep these numbers, and I can try in some different ones. Oh, that's also really interesting, quite active. I'm not sure I want to have them so close or so big. I want to make them smaller, yeah. And to make trees smaller, that's okay. To make them bigger, that is not okay. Why? Because of the size of the leaves. Size of the leaves always should be okay, they shouldn't be too big, let's say in that way. That is not enough. Let's say here a little more, like 70, a little bigger. Oh, that's better. Of course, we have to find the way to cover the horizon. It shouldn't be like that. And density, of course, I can change density too. That's not bad. I can save this. That is also not bad, but I don't like these three. It will take some time, but as you can see that... Oh, that is nice. Yeah, that is really nice. So let me try to make units little... To make the force a little more dense. Here's to... I don't know. I'm not sure I like exactly these three. Actually, I can work with exactly these three, and I want to show you that. That is a nice feature here in in a forest park. So I can hit this button. Are you sure? Yes. And after that, I can pause or stop. I think even better. Stop this render even better. Okay, so and I can select them manually and just delete. And of course, I like that tree, but let me remind myself which trees looks better. Just because there is a big, oh, even without it looks good. Yeah, even without it looks good. So I don't want to change anything. So I like everything, but I just remove only one tree from that place, which is good. But of course, I don't want to have here shadows like that because I want to attract all attention to this place. So let's do it. Let me pause render. That is only render where I can do that. And I can just take areas. Oh, I can't change the okay, so I can, in this case, I can remove them manually. Materials, surface item editor. Yeah, let me do it. Okay, let me hit this button. And I'm gonna remove a few trees from that side, I suppose. Yeah, that could be nice. Okay. So that is like a huge part of the background. What's next? Next is the foreground, because here's empty, I don't know, third part of the picture, and it should be, here should be something, and I'll put there something. And another important thing, I always try to build the layers of the picture. Let me draw you another picture. So just imagine that is Z, that is Y. Yeah, here is our just imagine here you have camera and camera looking over there. So we have like foreground somewhere, we have midground somewhere, and we have background. I always try to build these layers of the picture. Yeah, so midground, always that is the main building, background, that is always the some forest or something like that. That is common composition, we understand it. This is the main rules. Of course, it could be a little more a deeper understanding of composition, but we can start with this. And why not to put some trees over there? They should interact with the building like that, but I'm not sure it should close like that. And of course we can put it a little lower. That composition could be nice. So we can like interact with the house, but do not close the house. Yeah. I want to move it to the left a bit. Like that. Okay. So another plant I'll put to the foreground, and I put it on the foreground, especially on the left side. Why? Because in this case, I'll have like direct lighting on some leaves and translucency on some leaves. That is important, because if I'll put it on the right side of the picture, I'll have only lighted part of the leaves, and that is limit me. Yeah, so I don't want to limit myself with the picture, so let me put it over there. Of course, that is too big, so I'm gonna make that layer like that. I can make it higher, lower. I can move camera, I can move the plant. It doesn't matter too much, to be honest. I think something like that. I want to make it, I don't know, smaller or something. Yeah. Okay, so that's something like this. Not bad. I'm not a huge fan of this. Maybe not so close. Let me put it a little bit further. Oh yeah, that's could be better. Yeah, that could be better. And on the right side, somewhere here, that's little. It looks a little more like drawing with the plants, drawing the picture. Because of course, in reality, you'll have different plants with a different shape, with a different size, color, and everything else. So that's why for now that is doesn't matter what exactly you'll have. I mean, different exact plant. Yeah, of course it could be exactly the same type of plants, but shape of plant and size of plant and color of plant would be different, and position of this plant on the floor plan. I think that's clear. Okay. I think that is good. And I have another one, but let me check what I have right now. And yeah, let me save my scene because that is still 3ds Max, and 3ds Max can do what? Can do crashes. Okay. Let me check how it looks like on the render. It's not bad. Can I say that is amazing? No. Anyway, we need some shadows on the foreground. One more time, because we have a lot of shadows over there. We have quite dark background. We will have a lot of shadows on the foreground. And we need a lot of shadows on the foreground. Why? Because I want to keep the balance. I don't want to get contrast foreground. The most important contrast, that is the way to add a lot of attention somewhere. I'm not sure I need a lot of attention on the foreground. Of course, I need some attention, but not too much. I'll find the position right now, and the sun size I'm gonna make smaller because that is too blurry shadows. I think 0.3 could be nicer. Yeah, like that. Okay, so let me come back to this tree. I'm gonna put it to the place I really... Oh, that is what I like. And that is exactly what I need. I'm not a fan of these because we have like a mass of contrast with this plant and this shadow. So I'll move this plant a little bit, but in general, that's good. We have some little not so intense lighting over there, and most of the house, most of the building is on the lighting side. So that is good. That is also nice. So one more time, I don't want to, I can't tell you like percentage of the shadows we can get. That's a little more about feeling. I want to have some lighting over there? Yes, I want. Do I want to have some conversation between foreground and midground? No, I don't. Only the shape. Okay, so now I clearly see the shape of the bush and tiny lines over there, which looks nice. Okay, so looks really good. I need a few plants over there, and on the background next to the house. So let me put them. Okay, first of all, I always work with a like. No, that is the bush for different purposes. Where is my... It looks like I removed one plant I had for exact that okay, so I'm going to put there another plant. Not so important. I had little different type of plants, but is it important to have exactly this one? No, absolutely not. I'm going to the most important, that is like work with areas, with spots. Like I need some big contrast spot over there. Yeah, just like that. Of course, I have to be careful with this. There is a lot of different techniques to remove them accurately. I mean, leaves. Of course, if you'll have something like that, like this, it could be even better. As you can see, that is accidentally happened. But now it looks good. Let me... one of the important things, and our modelers know that. Yes, Daniel. That is the glass, additional layer for the glass. And of course, it will take a lot of place and it will be transparent. So I'll make it transparent immediately, just like that. And we also have a rule about the thickness of the glass and other technical conditions the glass should be, and the fact it should be in one layer, just to make me able to hit one. Just double click on the layer, select all glass, apply shader, and forget about this, because my work should be fast. Okay. Okay, so that is quite nice. I need fill the other space with the grass, bushes, and that is really important. Why that is important? That is important because intensity of foreground would be more intense. If I remove the bush, I will put this one somewhere behind the house. Okay, like that. Let me maybe rotate a little bit just to make it a little more unique. And I want to put over there some bush. Do you know quite a nice feature? This one, yeah. I can move the one object on the other surface like that. That is quite comfortable to move plants. Of course, it's the plants shouldn't interact each other. That could be a mistake. I think I have to make it a little smaller. Okay. Let me scatter the grass. Okay. Geometry. Oh, let me check surface first. Yeah, that's clear. Geometry. Here I have two different type of grass. One of them lower, this one lower. This one is bigger. This is just assets with the wrong size, but I'll show you right now. Yeah. Just check. This is, come on. This is like a low grass, and this model looks really good with the low grass. But this one looks good with the high grass. But unfortunately, originally they are like inverted. Never mind. Okay, so I'm going to forest. Then direction have to be 0 for grass. That is important. Transform. I think I can start with this one. The size, have no idea, but I can hide this geometry and just just to work a little with scale of the grass and their positions. Okay, so that is not enough. Where is my... that is my grass. Better change the names, especially if you have a lot of grass 1, and here you'll have the correct name, forest. That is the forest, so let's keep it like that. But this one, that is quite nice scale, to be honest, but the distribution should be a little more intense, I think. The density, you can change it too. You have to play. Please, Corona render. What the difference between Corona and not Corona? No, right now it's too big. That is obvious. Guys, that is important. And really, I want to share with you way more important thing. For example, what I'm doing right now. Am I working with Corona? No, I'm working with scat terrain. No matter in which render system you'll do like a density of your grass smaller or bigger, no matter in which render system you'll work with the green color, you'll work with green color in any of them. And of course I'll have less workshops and lessons in Corona, but you have to be smart enough. You can learn visualization even not on the visualization lessons. You can watch lessons about photography, about lighting, about storytelling, about fine art, about everything. You have to develop your understanding how to build nice picture. And this part of work, I mean work in 3D, that is just a part of this work. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Let me make the transformation a little smaller. Right now that is too big. Okay, geometry, no distribution. Let me make it smaller. 27. Let's say 16. Oh yeah, something like that. I don't want to cover all the grass. That is not the goal. And a lot of people ask me about how to avoid situation like this. Guys, first of all, we have lesson about it in the course. That's number one. Second point, forest pack, Corona scatter, multi-scatter, all of them have their own websites. You can go to their website and check it there. Number three, that is not important because we will not see it at all. And in reality, the grass do not grow with a line. It grow like where they want. So all these things, like all this, our imagination about how the grass should grow, that is not really in. And quite often our pictures looks not realistic because we pay too much attention to these not important technical details, like how to cut grass with line. That is technical solution, which is not important, but you will spend some time on this, and your brain will get some amount of dopamine, and you will feel like, oh, I'm good. I deal with something difficult. Yes, you deal with something difficult, which is completely not important for the picture. You feel good because you made like a nice action, but your picture may not become better thanks to this. You have to think about this. That is really important. So I want to make a little bigger difference between over there. Let's say 50. Why not? Let's do it. Let's keep it like that. Pause. I don't need it. And let's create another one. This. Force pack. Hit over there. Modify. Geometry. Okay. The size of these elements have to be way bigger. I just know that let's say 300, 400. Some transform randomization, I already have it, but maybe you not. Surface. Oh, surface. I have to check the surface over there. And what else? Distribution. Of course, I want to get more dense, a little more dense distribution. Okay, so let me check. No, that is a little bit too much. Transform 3, let's say 200 and 250 maybe. And of course, density too intense. But anyway, it looks good. Yeah, definitely not bad. And together with this one, looks really, really nice. What about empty parts? First of all, we will have a lot of bushes here, and second part, we have to add there some displacement. Let's do it right now. We have Quixel Bridge, we have textures comp. I guess for this particular picture, I've got the displacement from the Quixel Bridge. From the textures comp. The name you can find over there. Unfortunately, I can't give it to you because of license, guys. You have to understand. Okay, so I'm going to copy it, but you can. There is a lot of different textures of the grass with their displacement on the map. UV mapping, planner, no any difficulties. 3 meters. One more time, quite often people ask me, Daniel, how to make it displacement, remove tiling, and they have a lot of different features, maps, FStorm, bitmap, how to do that. And one more time, it gives you little bit of dopamine that you know some technical features how to do it, but I will this is just a 3 flat behind the grass you will not see the tiling. FStorm displacement, let me put it over there. Power, I'm not sure about 50, let's say 150. I think it could be better. But I need just to get not so flat surface. I think that is not bad. I can make it less intense. I can make it more intense, but I don't think that is really important. I hope you understand what we've got. Yeah, we've got not perfect surface, which looks quite nice, and that is enough. You have to pay attention to really important things, to the composition. Okay, so let me show the bushes. Okay, so as you can see, with all my explanation, with all my blah blah blah, with all my talk in 53 minutes, without it, that is the work for 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, maybe 20 minutes, 10 minutes for lighting and 10 minutes, 15 minutes to upload models to the scene and put them into the proper positions. That is just a fast work. You have to understand, you shouldn't spend 1 hour to make unique tiling for displacement on the grass under the grass of the ground under the grass. That is, you shouldn't spend time on. Okay, that's clear. Okay, so let me, in fact, composition ready. I wanna work with a color composition. That is next important thing. Okay, let me put it over there. Let me duplicate it and let me apply to this, maybe this, all the plants, Let's say select similar. New copy of the same shader. That is important to see what you do. Oh, I forget one important thing. The sun should be a little bit yellow, but I can do it in a different ways. I can do it with white balance, for example. Any render systems have it. Yeah, so I can do it like that and remove part of saturation. I can add exactly color to the sun. So I can do it in many different ways. So right now I will not do that because you have to understand the less colors you have right now, important thing started, really important, because we will talk about balance. So if you, I don't know, prepare your dinner for today, please stop do that and spend 20 minutes with us, because that 20 minutes would be really important. The balance, the less colors you have, the more comfortable for you to manipulate them, navigate them. So right now it's not important to add yellow color to the sun, because yellow color of the sun, that is just an accent, just a tiny thing. But the color of the greenery, you will have a lot of color of the greenery, so you have to spend time on it first. And the bigger thing, or the bigger anything, I don't know, object or effect, the more time you have to spend on it, or the more attention you have to pay on for this. Okay, I hope that's clear. Right now we have to work with the green. So what is darker, white building or the greenery? That is like a question you have to answer. Of course, greenery should be darker, and greenery, in fact, that is really dark something. So first thing we have to do, that is make it darker. As you can see, we immediately got the house in the center and picture become way darker. That's about composition. And of course we will need to make exposure higher, no matter of numbers. Don't think about numbers, think about final result on the picture. 10, 15, no matter what exactly you'll get. Okay, for example 15, but balance, like we have that balance right now. Yeah. And after this we have to add color. Let's say, like, well, let's start with some green color. Yeah. Looks nice. As you can see, a lot of white. Why a lot of white? Because a lot of reflections, and actually too cold, so it should be warmer. And let's remove part of reflection. So I'll make reflections less intense. You'll see immediately the color will become more not so white, yeah, whitish, and in fact not bad. Maybe sometimes I add a little bit of green color to the reflection if it needed, if not enough of saturation over there. But right now I'm not in that situation, so let me continue with 46. Let's say I want to make it a little warm. Oh, that is better, and it should be quite dark. It should be quite dark. Then translucency, that is the thing which will make your greenery way lighter. Usually I do translucency like 0.2, 0.3, somewhere here, and a little bit lighter, way more saturated, and a little warmer. That is usually. Of course, we can have a lot of exceptions. Okay, so, and now you have to separate part of the pictures. For example, I like foreground, but I don't like the background. And right now I understand that is my general composition and it looks good, but picture looks too sad. So I want to have it a little warmer. So both of the shaders I will make warmer. Let's say 40 here, and let's say 35 here. Become warmer a little bit, yeah. Then one part of the work, that is the color of the greenery, but another part of the work, that is that is compression of the picture. As you can see right now, picture looks too sad, so I want to make burn value a little higher, just like that. Maybe exposure and white balance. I think maybe now is a good time to add a little bit of white balance one more time, because that is a little bit about the balance. Okay. Right now I have a lot of contrast over there, so I don't think, maybe I have to make it a little less intense, just like 40. Okay, so that is better. Please pay attention to the fact I do not change previous settings. I navigate whole picture. That is really important, because every single action I do, I add. Just imagine you juggling, yeah, juggling with the balls, and every single moment you add one extra ball. So you have to continue juggling, but you can't start juggling with the 10 balls. You have to start with the 2, then add 1 that will be third one, then fourth. If you'll immediately start with 10, all will fall. Okay, so saturation. I'm gonna add a little more saturation. Oh, it's become better. It's become better. Become more fresh. I like it. And I'm focusing on the foreground more, because I understand on the trees I'll add little lighter shader, yeah, because of the balance. So right now it looks really good on the foreground. On the background, too much, yeah. So foreground now looks, in my personal opinion, really good. I want to make roughness little more glossy, just to get something like that. Yes, more tasteful, a little more tasteful. So I even want to make it a little more saturated, but a little colder, like 45. And actually a little darker, like 55. Let's try 55. We have to find that. No, 55, that's a little too much. 50, 58. As you can see, every single action have smaller amount of changes. Yeah, that is important. Okay, so now I like foreground, but background too intense. Maybe even this translucency maybe this saturation too intense. I'll apply. Oh, so let me apply it again. This one, and I'll apply this shader to the plants on the background, and of course I'll make them a little lighter, because right now they are too heavy, and saturation should be so intense. Maybe not so. That's what? Not so reflective. Okay, so I've got some information here. Maybe I even would move this tree to get not so completely dark part, to get some plant with the lightened part. Maybe not. Let's add a little more burn value. Let me that's good. Let me add it a little here. Vignetting. I wanna do maybe 7. Not bad. Maybe 7 a little bit too much. 6. And where is my render settings? I want to make visible background not so. Maybe that is too much. Let me check. That's also could be nice. Yeah, I would skip 4. That is I think that could be better. Okay, let me add. What if I'll make like 2.5? No. maybe even 1.5 and higher exposure. Let me check. No, I don't want to play with this. This one is a little bit too bright. I want to have, I want to keep it a little darker. And this burn value, in my personal opinion, a little bit too dark. So let me make it a little lighter. I wanna get it exactly like way bright. Oh yeah, now it looks like white. That is exactly something I need. These plants also too bright, they should be darker. So let me try to make it darker over there. So that's good. That's good. What about background? Background. Let's make it a little lighter. Especially over there. I'm gonna remove part of reflection. All I do that is keeping the balance and searching for the balance. That is the most important thing. Okay. Oh, here I should have another plant, another bushes. I completely forgot about them. About these, and why? Because I want to show you some feature I use quite often. Let's say a line, then 3, yeah, top, and let me, so our camera approximately over there. Okay, line like that. Okay, SketchUp. Actually, you can use the same method in a SketchUp. I never worked in a SketchUp as a visualization, but I don't think the method is completely different. As you can see, the line on the surface, so that is comfortable to work with this. Let me apply forest park to it and switch to the E path. Okay, surface path. And let me geometry. I have to use that one. Where is it? Update. Oh, I think that is it. Okay, spacing should be smaller. Transform. Just like that. Maybe I'll make rotation a little bigger to make them a little more wild. Yeah, that could be nice. Little bigger difference. I think that could be good. To be honest, background right now looks too bright. I wanna make it a little darker. FStorm. Where is environment? Over there. Alpha environment. I'm going to make it 0.35. Anyway, we have to check all the things we do. Actually, not bad. Not bad. Mm-hmm. Cool. Next thing we have to do, that is a big piece of brown geometry over there. Mm-hmm. All these and even this one have to be brown, yeah. Okay, material, let me duplicate this, apply it, and make it first darker. Let's start with this. I already applied it. Okay, so not enough dark, and a lot of reflections. Reflections, that is something important, but not so intense, because it should be the rock. To brown. We do not make cartoon. Okay, so that's quite nice. What's next? I think next important thing. Oh, this rock is too dark. Let me make it a little lighter. Let me apply the copy and I'll make it lighter with the same color. Why the same color? Because of color composition. But it shouldn't be like separated. It should be part of environment. So I'll make it a little more green because it lives next to the grass and it should be like part of environment. Maybe a little bit darker. Yeah. Okay, so everything should be part of everything. That is the rule. What's next? What's next? Actually, I can start add some shaders or maybe detalization, but these plants, I almost don't see them, and that's bad. You quite often you may say, but Daniel, that is the same shader you have on the foreground. Who cares? That is the same shader. The only thing matters, that is the composition, and composition right now tell me that is too light. It should be darker, so it should be darker. I have to do it. Darker. Of course, saturation could be high. Of course, I can change the plant also. Darker and reflection. I can make it less reflective. Yeah. And as I told you, if that is not enough of reflection, I can add there a little more little color to the reflection. Oh, let me make it. No, that is too yellow, so let me make it more green. That is a little better. One more important thing, you have to not forget the with the bigger resolution, the detalization will be higher, and we will see a little more intense. Another important thing, that is optics, and we already had it, but also we have to use the depth of field. It doesn't mean we should blur foreground, but we have to intensely, but we have to have it. No, that is too much, I think. Maybe 2. Yes, just slightly defocus foreground, like that. That is enough. It shouldn't be blurry foreground, extremely blurry foreground. No, it should be just like that. Oh. I want to find the limit where it looks. and it looks really good. To be honest, I want to play with the color of green. I want to make it a little more saturated and especially on the foreground. So that's good. And of course, I'll have part of white colors over there. I know a lot of people are afraid replace shaders, but you shouldn't. I will explain you why. Because the most important pictures for now, the most important thing about shaders and plants, that is opacity. And I'm going to find the opacity I had. I don't remember. Okay, never mind. Let me check it. Okay, so here we have some. So that is the leaves, and I can check their ID. And their ID, that is 6 in all of them. Yeah. So select. I can select it and apply. Material general. Even if I have no shader, multi-sub object. Let me take the let me take shader. Please. I'm going to apply to number 6, and I think even if I'll not apply anything else to this shader, it would be okay. Let me make it just lighter, and I'll just do like that. Do not forget apply shader to the geometry. Yeah, so that's clear. My flowers become white. Lighter, let's say like that. And let me am I apply? Oh, I have to apply the shader to that plant. I don't think that is the good plan for the terrace. It should be something with leaves. Okay, let me pause it. A little bit not comfortable to work right now. Yep, now it's good. Let me start render it. Okay, so now it's obviously too green and too white because it shouldn't be like too separate. Yeah. Let me make it not so bright and a little warmer, like yellow, because white flower is actually not white. They are like yellow, green, orange, pink, mix of these colors. Yeah? Something like that. Maybe a little lighter, but you understand. Okay. I don't want to make visible lighting little bit lighter. Okay, what about I just want to try something like that. Not bad. I want to try to make whole picture a little lighter, a little warmer, just like that. Okay, I think that's quite good. Visible alpha, let's keep it back. Let's make it, move it back to the 35. Okay, so that's quite nice. What about saturation of the shadows? I just think maybe just slightly desaturated, just like that. I think that's enough. That is quite good. What's next? I need a couple of shaders. I mean the rocks over there, and because that is the shader we will see, and the metal of the window frames. Let's start with the metal window frames, windows. That is additional layer. We'll apply the copy of the same shader, make it black here. IOR could be just like that. Roughness, have no idea. Let's say it like this. And to the roughness, I'll add tiny touch of warmness. Okay, am I applied it? I think it could be too dark, but anyway, I have to check it. I don't want to make it black. It should be like aluminum something. A little lighter. Lighter means IOR have to be higher. And the roughness could be higher too. Oh, and also I want to apply the same shader to this metal element and this metal element. All the metals, which can be the same. In most cases, I'll do the same. About this. And over there. Let me make it, or even more, way more glossy to make. Yeah, that's also could be nice, but a little less intense IOR. Okay, that's quite good. Shaders. Here I already have the textures, so I will not use these shaders at all, but I will use diffuse maps just to make a little faster work. Okay, so here I have displacement, and of course I want to apply displacement. Displacement always first. No, I'm not sure. No. This wall shouldn't be brown. It should be white, the same as everything else. Okay. I will apply UV mapping. Usual mapping box. Let's start with a 3. And as you can see, I already removed the top and bottom, most of the bottom parts. If I forget to remove something, that is my mistake. Usually modelers don't do that, just because it's really complicated all the time. Explain what they have to remove, what they not. Easier to remove by artists. Skills. Okay, UV mapping. And when I apply the displacement, I will get a breaks over there, and it will looks not so good. But anyway, before I'll fix some issues, I want to show you the issues. Yeah, texture, instance. Let me put it here, power 150. I think that is too much, but anyway, let's keep it. One more time, guys. Of course, I show you the key moments. Of course, the higher detalization and more attention to the details would be good, but later. Not, you shouldn't focus on the exact vegetation shaders while you work with the general feeling, with the main emotion of the picture. Because if you'll I don't know, separate which every separated plants will looks amazing, but altogether picture will looks not realistic or just not nice. Nobody matters about how attentive you was with the shaders. That is the thing. Okay, let me continue render and show the. I think we almost don't see the issues, but anyway, I wanna show it to you. I wanna show you the problem. Let me take this shader. I'm going to duplicate it. I always duplicate it. I hope you understand why that is important. And I will apply diffuse texture. Oh, over there. I can render it a bit, change color correction, of course, keep old, darker, and I will try to make the same, like approximately the same color, yeah. Like with and without. It should be lighter. Of course, with texture detalization way higher, and I don't think we need such intense saturation. Yeah, but as you can see right now, they looks quite similar. And I will always, please, if you still cook your dinner, please, right, pay your attention. You always have to mix any texture with a diffuse color, at least 20%, even more. It could be even 50, even I don't know, 80, 90, I don't know, because this particular shader have to be part of whole composition, and you already have this composition. So 80%, 50%, 90%, depending on your situation and composition. But if you will not do that, you'll get separated shaders. As you can see, this shader already looks nice. Why? Because we have the most important thing of the shader, reflection. If you skip that work, you have to work with reflection. Reflection first, then displacement, then diffuse color. If you can, as you can see, we don't have any reflection maps, any bump maps, normal bumps, because it doesn't matter, especially for this distance. Okay. So here we have this shader, and let me use that map. Yeah. Pause. And here we have that problem. Right now we don't see it, but with a big resolution over there, we will always have obvious issue where texture from that side do not come to that side, and that's always show the low quality visualization. Let me show you how to avoid it. You can, after UV mapping, apply and rub UVW, open UV editor and check and select just edges which is visible. For example, this one. Yeah, we have it somewhere here. Even doesn't matter where exactly. Just hit it over there and right mouse button, stitch. Selected, stitch selected. And if you have something else, do the same. One more time, you shouldn't do that with all of them. Just make that with the most visible. Stitch selected. Let me show you. That is like a render with the thing I made it. Yeah, here we have that. Like texture from that side goes to the left side, and that looks good. Yeah, I can maybe I believe I have I do not apply that thing everywhere. Unfortunately, I don't see any other places where we should have it. That's the thing. This visualization, this lesson, I run this lesson exactly for professionals, so you understand why you need it. For the guys who already know the core of this process. Okay. Okay. So let me continue rendering. So I think the depth of field a little bit too intense. Let me make it even smaller. It should, one more time, it shouldn't be too intense. It should be just like that. Okay, so after that, of course, we can apply the different maps to the trees, and the most important maps for the trees, that is opacity of the leaves. I already told you that. Here I have trees, and here I have something. I will not do that with all of them, but I will do it with this one, just with one. Why I'm doing that? Not because that is enough to work with only one tree. No, that's because I'll do it with one. You can do it with all others, just to save time. But anyway, we have to understand what we have there. That is trunk, and trunk number 2. That is original shader, actually Corona shader, and I just converted to FStorm to get FStorm bitmaps. So first 2, that is a branch, trunk and branch, and others. Okay, here's the stem, and others, that is the leaf. So I'm going to duplicate only one opacity because I don't need others, and I will remove them like that. I don't need all rest. In fact, anything. I don't need this one. I also don't need this one. Let me take this shader. Okay. Of course, always duplicate. Apply it here, apply it here. That is this for stem, and that is for all, or stem. Tell me how to say that correct. And of course, opacity. Do not forget apply shader to the geometry. Okay, so we have to make the trunk darker. Of course, we have to remove the translucency from the trunk, but sometimes we can keep it, and it will look even better. Of course, it would be a little darker, a little more yellow, and a little more gray. Don't make it gray or black or brown like from the kids' drawings. It is not, but it should be not exactly the same green, and in most cases that is enough. And I guess this is that is the tree we have. Okay, so it should be darker. Actually, I don't like this plant. If it would be real commercial project, I would change it for another one. Just because I don't like it. I don't like its shape. That's enough. And leaves on that tree. I think I want to make it a little more green to make it different, not so, yeah. Let's say 50, a little darker. Okay, 40, let's bring back 45. All the time, different plants would be a little different. I think that's a little better. Okay. And maybe another tree. For example, this one, I will not apply here any other. Okay, maybe just opacity 2. So that is it. Let me make it a little bigger. Just like that. I can take the same shaders I have there. I can duplicate them, I can copy them, it doesn't matter, I think. First 2, that is about the trunk. Third, that is something else. And the rest, that is the leaves. That is a common setting. And even if not in this particular, with this particular tree, it could be like almost the same for most plants, because they do it with the same software, GrowFix. Okay, sometimes that could be speed 3, but let's be honest, most of the professional plants would be made with a GrowFix. Okay, yeah, no. Looks like not. Okay, let me check it. Oh, that is number 6. That's fun. Okay, so let me check the. Okay, so branch, trunk, branch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So all the first 6 slots, that is something about branch. Okay, 7, that is stem, and then even more, maybe. Cool. Let me change the color to, I have no idea. Let's explore which color we can have. One more time, guys. That's not because I'm lazy or something like that. Work with the 2 detailed plans and especially keep the original shaders overvalued. Especially if you live in the same century with me, and you also have some AI tools. They will deal with that way better than you. So instead of this, you have to focus on the really important things, on the balance. Okay, so actually I want to try to make it, I don't know, cold. A little darker. That is this one. Let me make the translucency even higher than usually I do to avoid situation when I have a completely black plant. That's more natural. Okay, cool. And to be honest, I don't like amount of light in here. I want to get more shadows. So let me put there some box. Of course, I can play with that tree, but with the tree I have behind the camera, on the left side of the camera, behind my left shoulder. But I'm not sure I want to do that. So instead, better I'll try to play with. I can even apply some shader like that. I think it's a little too wide. I need just shadows on the foreground. Exactly here. Okay, let me. This plant and their branches too bright. I just want to make them darker. Exactly this quarter. Maybe that is not the best example, but something like that. Yeah, like that. Way more accurate looking composition. Yeah, just compare this one. Yeah, nothing difficult. And one more time, you may ask me about reality, about something. It doesn't matter about nothing. Reality doesn't matter. Only one thing matter: what you got at the end of on the picture. That is the right thing. Over there, I'm ready to start rendering, but here we have like a translucency flat geometry. So let me apply the shader we have. Guess over there. Yep. No. Yeah, this one. Here we have diffuse. We'll duplicate it. Both of the no. So that is the shader. Okay. Of course it should be different one. I'm going to apply this one. Diffuse. Here's no any translucency. Let's try. And of course, size of the mapping could be bigger here, like 6 meters. 6 meters. That is quite good. I'm gonna try and make it a little bit less. intense. To be honest, right now I have a lot of light in here because I have lighting inside my room, so I will turn it off because it light into my eyes and it could be a little bit too difficult. Oh, here we have some issues with the plant, so I have to find the point where I have no these issues. Okay, that is a little better. Contrast. You have to understand, I have two spotlights which lights to my face to make you see me, yeah, and I just turned off them. Okay, looks really good, and I will turn on them back, but after some corrections of the picture. Depth of field, so everything is quite good. Okay, so let me start. I will turn off both lights again and change the resolution of the render over there. Interactive render refresh. Okay, so render will goes, but I already have the picture over there, and as you can see, the picture quite the same, no any huge difference. Let me put them together next to each other. Oh, maybe over there. This is a gray material render. This is the stage with the colors. This is with additional colors, as you can see, and some shaders over there. But as you can see, there is no any big difference. Yeah, and this is my. Oh no, that is the render, and that is with Magnific, with my favorite Magnific tool. So in fact, I showed you everything I want. The settings of Magnific, I think I will open it and I'll show you. And yes, I use that feature a lot, and that is it. Oh my god, here's a lot of our commercial project. I will I'll skip them because I'm not sure I can show you all these. I can show you all these amazing pictures. Yeah, that is pure 3D. That is upscaled with Magnific. Is it change a lot the picture? No, but of course it add a lot of detailization to the picture. Yeah, and that is the no creativity. That is the picture I chose. Yeah, so as you can see, there is no big difference. The settings here, film and photography, that is the optimized for films and photography. Creativity 1, HDR, resemblance and fractality 0. Here is engine Magnific Illusio. It makes picture smooth, and I like this. So that is the settings I use here. It costs 15 coins over there. So nothing extremely difficult. And one more thing before I upload this picture to Magnific. Of course, I add high pass. Let me do it here and I'll show you some feature. Duplicate layer, soft light, Control U, remove part half of saturation, and filter other high pass. And here I choose the amount of size of it. Something like that could be nice. But of course, 100% could be too intense. Yeah, especially on the background. On the foreground, that's okay, but on the background, a little bit not. So I'll remove part of opacity, and also I'll use some mask, but not with the black color, but with a gray color. And opacity, as you can see, 22%. Yeah, so I'm going to just slightly remove it. With that plants, it looks way more natural. Yeah, so that is the effect I've got with this. Yeah, then I save this picture with a twice lower resolution because Magnific that is upscaler. Yeah, so like 250, upload it to Magnific with that settings I just show you, update it and import it here, and that is exactly what I've got from Magnific. Creativity 1, almost do not change my picture. Just add some detalization on the flat surfaces. Even over there, as you can see, in that picture, I've got the same. Yeah, some empty parts over there. Is that visible? Yes. The same shader on the steams. Yes, that is the same. But you know, the guys who try to do all these small elements instead of making beautiful pictures. Of course, they will tell you, oh, come on, there is no textures, that's not correct. Come on, that is the picture I just showed you how to make during less than 2 hours. And all of us understand, if I'll stop talking, I can do it during 1 hour. And if you can spend another hour to add in like some of these textures, for example, on the foreground, I understand here is no textures on the road. Of course, you can add some gravel and displacement to this gravel one more time. The thing I started with, the most important thing, that is not a technical solutions. You have to move from the understanding through the general feeling. The things we made today, that is general feeling. What is general feeling? That is the part of our course, and that is really important thing. That is exactly work with balances, color balances, light and shadow balances, and navigating of the attention of the viewer. Of course, I did it quite fast. I made it quite fast. I create this picture quite fast. Why? Because I know what exactly result I want to get. Because I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of visual experience. And that is exactly I want to share with you in our professionalization course. It will start in a 2.5 weeks, and there in that course we have interior and architecture, and that is the final pictures we've got on that course, and that is our students' pictures which they made exactly on the professionalization course. And one more time, guys, the thing is not about settings. Honestly, all this picture, all this picture, most of these pictures, I guess, were made in without AI. Because that is like pictures from 1 year or more than 1 year students, just because we are too lazy to update them here. Never mind. The thing is not about AI. The thing is about composition, about visual experience, about balance of the picture. And if you have these kind of pictures in your portfolio, you can come to render.camp, to me, to the professionalization course, and I will navigate you with your project. So you will choose your reference, you will choose your project, and based on this project, you will work on whole course with the 3D, with post-production, with all shaders, with modeling, with all these steps, and I will navigate you, and you will understand what exactly you have to do after course with your real projects. Because of course we do it based on the references, because that is important to practice with the references, and that's true. And you have to practice with references even after course, but you will definitely understand what exactly you have to do by yourself after course, and how exactly you have to practice alone. For example, I'm not a talented person, to be honest. I just have a lot of proper practice. I do approximately about 200 pictures a year. 200 pictures a year, like most of these. On the course, with recording lessons, of course now I work way less with the projects, because we have amazing art directors and amazing artists, and we've already built the whole structure of the studio, so I shouldn't work as a 3D artist. And most of pictures I do, that is exactly for render.camp or for lessons that we record for this vision, for our studio, for our artists. But anyway, that is a lot of approximately about 200 pictures a year, or even more, every single year during last almost 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. And all this experience I put into my professional visualization course. So guys, if you want to do pictures like that, if you want to do them confidently, if you want to deliver to your client better service, and you want to have way better portfolio, and most important, do it every single time with every single project, you can join to the professional visualization course. I do these workshops exactly to show you my professional skill. First of all, you have to understand that you are going not to the teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm an architect. And the same as you, I spent a lot of, even not hours, I think years, with the 3ds Max, and doing a lot of great pictures, a lot of different projects, huge projects, small projects, windowless projects with artificial light, with, I don't know, sunny summer day, with the overcast lighting, with many different lighting techniques, shaders, and everything. And I'm absolutely ready to share my experience during course. As I told you, technical information, all technical information about render system, about modeling, not about modeling techniques, about features, about tools of 3ds Max, you can find on the official websites. But unfortunately, you will not do great pictures thanks to this. You need some experience, something else. I'm ready to share my experience, and that is result you can get on the professional visualization course. So all these pictures, all the pictures you can see there, that is the pictures of our students, and they made it here in education exactly, not before, not later. Of course, that is professionals. So I mean, that is not the guys from zero. No, we don't take guys from zero to that course. That's not true. The most important thing, you should have experience and you should have portfolio. If you know how to navigate in the 3ds Max interface, that is enough to join the course. Of course, you can have different level, and depending on level you have right now, you will get different level after course, of course, because that is like a reading book. If you a kid, you will read that book and you will understand something. You will read this book in 20 years, you'll understand a little bit different things. Yeah, here the same. I have a lot of experience, and of course there is a lot of different levels of information. There is a lot of different, of course you'll get all the records of these. We will do 5 weeks of education. First 3 weeks, that is about interior, overcast interiors, sunny summer day interiors, and artificial lighting interiors, underground, bar, bathroom, something like that. And 4th week, that is sunny summer day architecture with 3 render systems, Corona, V-Ray, and FStorm. And 5th week, that is architecture with the specific lighting conditions, also Corona V-Ray and FStorm. And yes, interior also Corona V-Ray FStorm every week. Overcast Corona V-Ray FStorm, sunny summer day Corona V-Ray FStorm, and artificial lighting Corona V-Ray FStorm. So in fact, that's all. And of course, we have huge, massive amount of pre-recorded lessons. We use it as a parts, like a pre-recorded lessons to answer to some exact question. How to set up, I don't know, wooden shader. We have lesson about it. Of course, I'll show you how to use wooden shader on the exact lesson too. But I'll show you how to make the wooden shader in exactly this situation. But common settings, how to set up wooden shader, we have pre-recorded lessons and many different. How to set up lighting, general feeling, how to build perspective, how to set up different type of lighting in interior and exterior. So, welcome. The same, we have lessons about stable diffusion, we have lessons about magnifique, we have lessons about post-production, we have small, I guess 3 lessons about animations. Our course not about animation, I don't want to lie you, but we have 3 lessons: how to animate camera, how to animate, how to render animation, and how to merge frames in the Premiere Pro to get animation exactly. So technically you have for if we talk about animation, technically we have a nice, amazing looking camera. I show you how to animate camera in this shot. I show you how to render these shots, this I don't know, this animated camera, and how to put frames together. So if you want to join it, welcome. Why? Because exactly today, during next few hours, till the end of today, I'm in Lisbon, so in my country that is 5 hours more. You have to apply, and if you'll apply today, you'll get some small better price offer a little bit. I don't want to lie you, that is not too much, but that is a nice gift to those who've been with us here till the end of this workshop. That's all, guys. I'm absolutely happy to work with you. Let me check what we have. To be honest, I think the background could be a little bit higher, but as you can see, 5K resolution. Can I tell you that is enough? Yes, that is enough. We can save this file. Okay, here is a little noisy, so better render. But anyway, that is 10 times 5K, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 5K render. Come on, that is amazing result for like 2 hours of work with all my talking, yeah, with all my blah blah blah, and 5K 11 minutes render. That is amazing. And I have not the newest GPU. I have this is 3090 RTX 3090, so that is not the most fresh, because I'm waiting for 5090. I believe I'll buy it maybe on February when they will become available. So I hope that's clear. Let me answer a few of your questions. Okay. I'm not sure I'll be able to answer all of them, but how to match the color of any object with the reference image. Color picker will pick the color from the references, but I understand your question. I will not continue reading. So that is your visual experience. You have to work with the. You have to have practice, and that's why. And on the course, I'll show you additional techniques you can practice to train your eye and to train your brain to capture the colors. But like common answer, that is your practice. You can't pick it with the picker. That is it doesn't work in that way. You should have experience, and you should train your experience with some with the different methods. Not only work with references, but work with references. That's one of the most powerful and fast and understandable things. Hello from North Cyprus. Hello. Vegetation are not included in the models. Yes, they are not, and I hope you understand why. Daniel, you mostly work in FStorm. Actually not. You have to understand, we work with different renders. For example, sometimes we work in FStorm. Most of us work in Corona, of course. Quite often we work in V-Ray when we use animation, especially with particles. So we, as a professionals, we have to be ready to work with everything. What is the problem of Corona and benefit of Corona and problem of Corona? In Corona, you can find a lot of everything: lessons, assets, textures, shaders, plugins, everything. But also in Corona, you have a lot of competitors. I mean, a lot of guys. Whole architectural visualization industry work in Corona render, and that's why there is a lot of competitors. That mean salaries and prices lower. The same answer why prices for architectural visualization higher than interior visualization, because there is more guys who can do interior visualization in comparison with guys who can work with architectural visualization. And there is quite understandable why. Because for architectural visualization, you should have more powerful computers, and in most cases that should be like big PC, like personal computer, and quite big, so you can travel with it. So interior visualizer artists, 3D artists can work with notebooks, with the laptops, and they can travel, and they will work with Corona, and they will have lowest ranges. The guys who can do animation, work with different render engines and with architecture, and can work with the big projects, of course they will earn more, because there is a very lower competition there. So that was not exactly your question, I understand, but I try to be useful. I think the answer is clear. The color is set by eye, because yes, that is the answer. Maxim, thank you. Yeah. Where are they available? Can you tell us where to get them? Have no idea. What do you where to get them? Texture, shade, trees, plants. That is Max 3 collections. You can explore max3.org and you'll definitely find there a lot of different really good plants. Of course, the newest collection better than older. When you are commissioned with several renders, do you make all of them in a single 3ds Max file or separate ones? Separate ones, of course. No any reason to keep all the settings in one file. For a Spark, Light, Pro, or Pro, of course Pro, because Light can work only with flat surfaces. Of course, I have to scatter plants, vegetation on the curvy surfaces, so I need it. I did not switch from Corona to FStorm. I use on all renders. You have to understand. I think that you have to be professional. For professional is not important what exactly to use, Corona or FStorm. You can use anything you want. And actually this workshop wasn't about Corona, it was about building the picture. You can, or it wasn't about FStorm, it was about building the picture. You can use completely the same method in Corona without any changes, and you'll get quite the same, maybe similar picture. It's cool with the shadows on the side of the house, but also to have enough light. Yep, thank you. Hi, will you ever teach Redshift? Actually, Redshift quite similar to everything we use. And to be honest, quite often guys who use Blender, even Blender, come to the render.camp courses because they understand there is no difference. Because one more time, render.camp professional visualization, not about Corona render, not about FStorm, not about V-Ray. That is about picture creation. You have to understand it. Please hear me well. We are not teaching the settings of Corona. That is way to nothing, to nowhere. You have to be ready to, you have to understand compositions. To be honest, composition, that is 80% of the success of your pictures. If you'll do really, if you'll understand, if you'll feel the compositions, all of them, composition of the frame, composition, color composition, light and shadow composition, that's all. In fact, every one of you, all of you, already know all the tools you need, accepted composition, and that's what we're doing a lot on the course. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again here too. Please, Corona render. Next workshop will be on Corona, I suppose. Can you share the references in the scene? Depending on which one. Of course I can. Daniel, in FStorm tone mapping, there are no curves. Which option replace it? Ignore these. No curves. Okay, no curves. For me, that's not a problem. You have exposure and contrast and highlight compression, in fact, do the same in a different method. Can we do the same with the SketchUp and V-Ray? Yes. Nuna, SketchUp is a whole different thing. Oh, that's the answer. Yeah. That is the different thing if we talk about professional quality visualization and especially detailed visualization. But if you do pictures like this one, when you have quite simple architecture and ready-made models which somebody made not in a SketchUp, you can do quite similar picture, I believe. Hi, just a question. There is a reason why you put green vegetation instead of leaving the leaf textures. Because of composition. Composition, that's how the colors looks together. And different plants from the different collections together looks not so good. And that is the short answer. You can try. You can try by your own to keep the original shaders and do shaders by your own, and you will understand the difference, because the difference will be way better. But you will, but there will be lack of your understanding how to deal with that and how to keep that composition together. And you will ask me, and I will answer you. Welcome to render.camp Professional Visualization course. Of course, first you set the colors based on the references. Yeah, oh, that is the answer. Okay, cool, thanks. If you have a scene with a complex vegetation with many different assets, doesn't that take a lot of time to replay texture to all these assets, especially when there are many submaterials? No, you have to understand, yes, it will take some time. It will take a lot of time? No. And it will take not a lot of time on one hand, and on the other hand, you have to understand the less plants you'll take. For example, you can take, instead of 10 completely different plants, you can take 3 type of plants from one collections. Yeah, one collection, 3 plants. They will be different, but from one collection, and you can work only with one shader. Yeah, and do that instead of, I don't know, 9 different plants. You can do 3 different collections, and you will do it 3 times faster. So you have to think you have to plan your work, not just blindly use different collections or blindly replace shaders. You have to understand what is your goal. I have no idea what is this. Okay. Hello, Daniel. It's the beginning of the workshop. You mentioned that you buy a new computer. Can you give us suggestion if someone wants to buy a new computer too? I purchase new AMD CPU 9950X, almost 200 gigabytes of RAM, and actually I can show it to you. I think, wait a second, please. Please wait a second. I have to find the list. Yep. Take a picture right now. That is the configuration I just purchased. I think that enough. I will close it because that is enough. Okay, so that is my personal choice. V-Ray and Corona are superior than FStorm for high quality renders. That is not correct question. That's like us ask what's better, Blondie or Brunei? Like both are good. The thing not about color of the hair. The thing is about personality, I think, and who you are. Here are the same. Visual experience and composition. Your like experience in composition, that is important. You can do amazing pictures in all render systems. All 3 have same image result. Maybe not same, but yes, the thing not about render engines. Forget about looking for secrets inside of software. The secrets of beautiful picture outside of software and hardware too, of course. It is inside of your experience, your vision, your visual experience. That's what we doing on the professional visualization course. Average, give a good color from the reference to start. Oh, that is the answer, yeah. Okay, I'm against using camera clip in small interiors. Photographers don't have this tool. I usually place the camera in a possible position and low millimeters to small value like 14. What do you think? I think you have to get realistic pictures, you have to learn the real photographers technique, how they deal with small spaces, because small spaces, that is a challenge for them. Of course they use wide camera angle, but also they can go outside of the room, they can I don't know, show just a part of the space, they can take a shot from outside. So you have to think out of the box. not just make camera wider and clipping, as like, you know, this typical just imagine bedroom visualization. I almost sure the first thing you imagine that is frontal view to the half of the bed, with a shelf next to the bed. Yeah, that is a common, because I don't know, 15 years ago somebody, maybe me, showed how to do these kind of frames, and 15 years ago that was something fresh and something new. But right now everyone's hands full of these kind of pictures, and every single artist every single interior designer tired to have this. Everyone wanna see something more artistic. We don't want to just show the list of furniture inside of our interiors. We have to show them how the client will feel there, and that is important. That is the talent, and that's that is the valuable artist skill. Okay, I hope that's clear. So the last question, yes, Mr. Daniel, I'm a Mr. Daniel, but thank you. But which is better for archviz? That's wrong question. Right question. Which render engine you like more? That could be only one correct, more or less correct question. Better for you, but better for you, not like there is no objective opinion about which is better. You like to work in Corona, you may like working Corona, you may like working FStorm, you may like working V-Ray or Redshift, Octane, Blender, Cinema 4D. Actually, no matter. I can open Cinema 4D and do amazing picture too, because I have a lot of visual experience and I know what exactly I have to do. Of course, I will spend some time searching for some places for tools, but when I'll find all tools I need, I'll do pictures with the same speed I can do in 3ds Max. I also use KVI to organize my photography reference. I see that you have Eagle installed. Which of them do you think is best for this purpose? To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe I have something installed, but I have no idea what is this. Honestly, I have a lot of software installed, and maybe I don't use half of them. Honestly, that is the honest answer. So guys, that's all for now. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. That was a great lesson. I dreamed a lot to close the block about FStorm, to make lesson about interior in FStorm and architecture in FStorm, and both in a good, really great quality. I absolutely happy with previous workshop in FStorm, and this previous workshop in FStorm was about interior, this one about exterior. Then we will move to Corona and V-Ray, and I'm happy to do that. So one more time, till the end of today, you'll get a little bit better price offer to the professional visualization course. Professional visualization course, that is the best thing you can do for your professional growth in the modern time, in that year for sure. You will definitely grow your skills. So if you want to improve your level, welcome to your professional visualization course. That's all, guys. Thank you and see you next time. Bye bye.